everybody, Splint here. Welcome to Splint Reacts. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Guys, it's been a minute since I've watched any Scrubs. I really was invested in the Heartbreak High reactions. I just was like smashing them out because it was like the episodes kept pulling me back in and I had to watch them. So we're back for some Scrubs. We're back for some more comedy. So I don't really remember a lot. The last two episodes, I don't really remember a lot about them, except that Carla was getting a ride from Dr. Kelso, I think. But that's pretty much all I remember. And I think, yeah, I don't remember the episode before that. But anyways, so today's video is going to be episodes 15 and 16. So let's just get straight into it. I feel like I remember these characters now, so I'm done with the note taking because it was really distracting for me. Episode 15, my bed banter. That's right.
Well, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What are you doing? Elliott's amazing and you're crazy about her.
Is she?
Say, Elliott, stay in bed and have sex with me all day until neither one of us can move.
Yeah, let's do that.
I cannot believe you almost let me leave.
Oh, I'm good for that. Whoa, I got to what? Oh.
I still don't like her.
God, how weird was that this morning? I mean, have you ever been more uncomfortable in your entire life?
My God, you look hot in that dress. What movie are we watching?
It's Basic Instinct, Grandma. You gotta help me eat this pizza.
Okay.
Why does it look like that?
See, now you even look sexy holding that slice.
Can somebody tell me what kind of pizza that is? That looks like a bad pizza. Does anyone else think that looks like a bad pizza?
Sometimes I like a little sugar in my coffee.
No, Diddy, I just...
You're at work.
You just want the guys to know you're getting some.
Not just the guys.
Good morning, Dr. Cox. We are short-staffed today. What it's like working in the hospital and how that affects your personal lives and and there he is now. Oh, Big Bobo himself. Okay.
It's not just the nurses and interns.
Don't be that guy, Bob.
So Elliott says she's looking for a surgical consult. Do you know where she is?
No, why should I know? You know, it's funny that you think that I would know. I have no idea where she is.
I know where the Todd would like Elliott to be. In his pants.
You should ask her out.
Oh, no. Elliott and the Todd, that's a terrible couple. That's worse than Joni and Chachi.
Dude, Joni loves Chachi.
The Todd is asking Elliott out.
Through high school and college, I pretty much played everything because I needed to compete. It was my drug. I think that's why I became a surgeon, too, because every day you get to step up to the table and go one-on-one against what's ever wrong with the patient. And if you're really good at it, you win most of the time. I ran into Sandy Lowe last Christmas, and she didn't look so good. You know? That was kind of awkward, because, well, I look like this.
You want to go out sometime?
No, Todd, I don't. But I don't want you to think it's because I just broke up with someone or that I'm a lesbian or because I want to preserve our friendship. It's because I find you so creepy, I think you should have to walk around with a bell around your neck.
Now I'm gonna kiss you.
Oh, no, it's cool.
So far, this is the most boring episode. Also, I don't like Elliott, so maybe that's part of the reason why.
When I was a little girl, my mom used to have what she liked to call episodes. Episodes is a flattering term for this thing where she sweat a lot and her stomach talked. This one time we were at the supermarket and she actually passed out. And out of nowhere, this fancy-looking guy comes forward and tells everyone to step aside. I asked my aunt, who is this guy? And she said he was a doctor. And I thought, wow, I want to be a doctor too. But when I lost my first tooth and nobody left $180,000 under my pillow, I decided to become a nurse. We do all the real stuff anyway.
Here, baby. See the echo report on the aorta?
Bravo. Just a big bravo.
The whole floor knows. We do. Watch this. Laverne, did you know?
Was it supposed to be a secret?
Oh yeah, and also Dr. Cox is like in love with Carla, right?
This is a hospital, all right? People here are already sick.
You guys do it all the time.
Do they? I think I've seen them kiss twice while they were at work.
I'll tell you what, while you guys were sleeping, we were up in the kitchen frying up some love.
Relationships. Well, Zygmunt, relationships are so fragile.
Why did you just do that? I mean, how could you possibly think that's appropriate conversation for work? And we didn't have sex.
No. Especially not on the stove. What?
That is not funny.
9 p.m.
Oh, I cannot have any more until I work off the last 2 slices. So what do you say? Fat, gassy, bloaty sex?
Oh, I'm gonna puke.
I don't care. Okay, miss.
2 weeks later.
We're gonna need another stool sample. Not for medical reasons. My robot needs food.
Oh, that laugh.
I gave it to you.
Yeah, I love it so much I can't stop using it. Funny. You know you only laugh at your own jokes. I mean, you never laugh at anything I do.
Maybe you just don't know funny, okay? Let me help you out. Silly hats are funny. Alf, very funny. Anyone in a chicken suit? Oh, oversized phones.
You're not as funny as you think you are.
I agree.
And that's when you find out that that pretty little girl you married isn't a pretty little girl at all. No, she's a man-eater. And I'm not talking about the, whoa, whoa, here she comes kind of.
Oh, here she comes.
I used to sit around and wonder why our friends weren't trying to destroy each other like we were. And here it turns out the answer is pretty simple. They weren't unhappy. We were.
You look great bent over.
I'm not being obsessive, but I rolled that damn thing exactly the way the video I bought told me to.
Probably just
The video she bought.
You could just be honest with me and tell me that I suck.
You know what, Elliot? It's hard to be honest with you. When you're so neurotic, you don't even trust the computer to keep your score.
So now I'm neurotic.
Yes.
Is it always this hard?
Bowling's a tricky sport.
No, I meant...
I know what you meant.
It's difficult for everybody.
My baby know how to knock him down. Sir, knock. I'm dizzy.
The hell, Barbie? You should have gotten a cardiology fellow to give Mrs. Zuckerman a transvenous pacemaker 1 hour ago.
Sir, I was waiting to see...
Oh! You were waiting.
Dr. Cox, I was waiting to see if she would tolerate her low heart rate, which is exactly what all the medical textbooks tell us to do. Am I right, JD?
Is she right, JD?
Well, technically, yes. But, you know, it's really a judgment call, and if she really was that bradycardic, I probably would have called the fellow. But that's me.
You want me to tell you about my boyfriend?
I can be myself around Carly, you know?
Turk makes me feel completely safe and totally independent at the same time. I can say whatever's on my mind, and even if he doesn't like it, even if he doesn't understand it, he respects it. Seems to like who I am.
She's a cool lady. I love her.
I love him.
It's the only good part of this episode so far. I've had like 0 things to say so far.
Why is it impossible for you to ever let anything go?
Oh, I let tons of stuff go. Like when you wouldn't stand up for me in front of Dr. Cox, or when you started telling everyone we know that we're having sex.
When are you letting that stuff go?
You're so terrified that someone somewhere in this hospital won't like you.
Oh, and that's a bad thing? That's a bad thing, Elliott? Why don't we get all my friends together in a room and we'll fight your friend?
I'm getting so tired of this.
It's been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Relationships don't work the way they do on television and in the movies. Will they, won't they, and then they finally do and they're happy forever. Give me a break. Happen to believe that love is mainly about pushing chocolate-covered candies and, you know, in some cultures, a chicken. A sucker, I don't care. As I do. Believe in it.
I think it'd be easier if you weren't friends with your girlfriend at all.
But relationships, I always heard that when they were right, they were easy. That even when things got hard, I don't get that at all. You know, how's that possible?
Am I in a relationship now?
No, I'm not in one now.
No.
That day and first day, 11:59.
Can't believe today's over.
I can't believe I ate half a pizza.
Oh, please, Elliott, I had like 2 pieces.
If you tell anyone anything about today, please. Do you think this is gonna work out?
I think it's gonna be great.
I'm just gonna say it, worst episode so far. I don't like Elliott, so I didn't enjoy this episode. It was very, very JD Elliott focused, so it was just boring to me, and I'm glad that they didn't work because I wasn't rooting for it, and I forgot that in the last episode that I watched that they got together, so and yeah, I don't have anything to say really about that episode. I'm hoping that the next episode is a step up. I barely laughed. I barely said anything. That wasn't funny. Like, it just wasn't good. Anyways. All right, next episode.
Watch where you're walking.
You watch where you're walking.
Don't let her get the last word. Just, you watch where you're walking.
You watch where you're walking. Damn.
And the next day, you don't even play sports.
It so happens this helps me relieve stress.
He's gonna get hit, right? Yeah.
Mom, I gotta go. He did. Wow. My high school teacher, Mr. Peters, died. He's a great guy.
You okay?
My mom called, said my favorite high school teacher just died.
Yeah, the correct answer to that question is nothing, sir. Oh my God, would you look at this hell?
It's like their storage space.
There are times when I'm all by myself and I concentrate as hard as I can to see if I can't make myself catch on fire like the Human Torch. And mark my words, newbie, if I ever pull it off, I will be back here to destroy this place.
So the Human Torch, right? Remember when Chris Evans was in Fantastic Four?
Dumbass.
The truth is,
Like, he was the Human Torch before he was Captain America.
okay, maybe he's a little angry.
Okay, is this happening or no?
All done?
Surely not.
Turk, you are gonna be so happy you picked me to co-write the study.
Hell yeah. And I thought we'd start off by having a couple of beers. So you did this last night?
Yeah. Why, what'd you do?
I scarfed down a bunch of fast food, right? And I got back home at around 7 o'clock. Then I went to the bathroom at about 8. I got out of there at 11:15. It was a good night.
Christ.
Yo, you are not gonna believe what Dr. Cox. It's you.
Yeah. It's me.
Could Turk have picked anyone worse to be doing this project with?
Elliott, are you gonna go with him? It's too early for jokes, huh? It's good to know. It's good to know.
I came across Mr. Rice's advance directive, and he has a few requests he would like us to honor.
Let's see. Blinds open. That's done. Incense burning.
Can you burn incense in a hospital?
Close enough. Glad you called.
Dr. Kelso?
I'm assuming you can't. I feel like I should know that, but anyways.
You wants to hear who's what?
Poison. It's a heavy metal band.
Oh, like Motley Crue and Winger.
It's just one song.
It starts out as just one song. Unless a family member shows up to enforce the directive, we really don't have to do anything.
Of course. So do you think you can help me locate one of his family members?
I guess I could try to locate one through some legal channels, but I'm really swamped.
You know,
Why is he holding his head like that?
they're like sexy little forehead smiles.
Careful, I've been hurt before.
You are not gonna believe what happened yesterday. Dr. Cox just went ballistic and destroyed an entire lab.
Okay, so it did happen.
JD, he does this every year. And whatever you do, don't get caught in his wake, because if you do, he's taking you down.
Downtown.
I can't believe that that dog is still there.
Who is it?
Some of this stuff, I'm like, why did...
You open up this door in the next 3 seconds, or I will start huffing and puffing.
But Dr. Cox,
Some of this stuff, though, I'm like, why did they think this is funny? Like, the dog thing isn't funny to me. It's just weird.
Oh, dear Lord, please tell me that's not a onesie.
Look, Dr. Cox, I'd invite you in, but
Marcia, I have no interest in coming in.
Oh, thank God.
We're going out.
Whoa.
Dr. Cox likes him, hey, like, as a person. Like, thinks it, like... It's like a weird friend dynamic, I think, between the two of them.
Look, tonight's date night with Carla, and I got on special underwear.
Go. Would you mind if I keep working?
I'm wearing special underwear, too.
They're invisible.
Yeah, I get it, Todd. I'm just kind of busy here.
Oh, no time for the Todd. All the surgical interns picked a project geek from medical to write our reports for us.
I'm not a geek.
What's that on your finger?
It's a rubber thingy that I wear to help me turn the pages.
It's called a thimble, isn't it? Or is it not a thimble?
I really feel somebody needs to take care of this guy.
How is it that you can blow me off and it just makes you seem sexier?
'Cause you're whipped.
Got his toothbrush.
Okay, so we're here. What do you want to talk about?
Lord, if you don't toss that shot back, I'm gonna throw you up on the bar and make you sing the theme song from Endless Love. Excuse me, ladies. Do you know anybody who might like to have a couple of free drinks?
Hello, lady.
In his onesie.
Oh, yes. It's a onesie.
Great news, Elliott. I'm back for the night.
You know what? The hell with you, Chris Turk.
Is his first name Chris?
Talk to me.
I thought I told you not to play that in the house. A hospital.
I'm just trying to do right by my patient.
When I ask you to leave it alone, I wasn't really asking you. I'm saying you damn well better do it, or I'm going to forget to put the chain on Baxter.
You seem fine, so...
I am not fine. I mean, why do you think we're out here at this bar at 2 o'clock in the morning? We're out here because if I go home and go to sleep, the only thing I'm gonna be able to think about is that I gotta get up tomorrow morning and go back to that place. And you wanna know something, pal? I got nothing.
They said he gets like this every year, right? So something's going on personally at this time for him.
You owe me $53.
I think I left my wallet in my other onesie.
The bartender just let you skip out on the tab?
He said I could pay him back by giving him a complete physical. Which is actually scary because I never mentioned I was a doctor.
Bambi, up in Dr. Cox's wake, but does he listen?
You think so with those ears?
Uncalled for, okay? Listen, it's different this time. He showed up at my place.
He showed up at my house before.
Showed up at my mama's on Mother's Day.
Ruined my wedding.
Didn't know that lawyer was married.
And there is no way in hell he's just gonna walk through this door and have a big smile on his face.
Woohoo! I say, sports fans, it's a great day.
Elliott, Todd has something to say to you.
Turk never told me you were his project geek.
And?
You look really hot eating that egg. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, the sound effects weren't very heavy recently, were they?
Come on, you still got that rubber thingy on your finger.
Eggs can be extremely slippery.
Oh! I'm sorry, that always happens. No one ever expects me to be anywhere.
Aw, Ted.
She knows your name. So, I found your coma patient's relative you were looking for.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Don't let go. Nothing?
I'm willing to acknowledge that there have been...
No, they all like Carla, don't they?
Now, see, you can't just drag me out of the house in the middle of the night, cry on my shoulder, then pretend like nothing happened.
All right, first of all, Franklin, there was no crying. Say it.
No crying.
Good boy.
Oh, I think that, no.
While protecting against those offensive lines underneath your scrubs.
I'm gonna look up Franklin after this.
He's a girl.
Good.
Yeah, he was in Hawaii Five-0. I think he played the medical examiner in Hawaii Five-0.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
Okay. If we take a systematic approach, we can maximize our efficiency.
I rented Red Dawn.
Dr. Kelso, this is Matthew Rice.
He's the proxy for his uncle's living will.
What a happy coincidence, you showing up out of the clear blue sky.
Oh, God.
You're okay.
So exactly how much is my uncle leaving me? Can I ask that?
Oh, no, Mr. Rice, this isn't about his assets. This is about executing his last living requests.
So, no money at all?
I can't tell you how glad we are to finally put all this tomfoolery to rest, once and for all.
What happened? I blacked out.
This just off the newswire. You're not licensed to comment on how people deal with their emotions.
I beg to differ.
Well, at least I let mine go. You release all the tensions that are bottled up inside of you. What would that look like? How would that go?
How you like me now, bitch?
That didn't happen though, did it? No. See, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at kind of recognizing when shit happens. Although I did think that Dr. Cox didn't ruin his Franklin's lab or whatever, because that would be ridiculous, but he really did that.
There's no way in hell you can survive in a dump like this unless you find a way to get your emotions out.
I'll show you some of this.
Don't.
Oh, Franklin, I am so sorry.
Want to wear my stethoscope? Why is she always here?
We're working on my study.
No, I'm so sick of this. I mean, every time I come here, I'm gonna see him.
You guys made a terrible couple. It's just that I like you, you know? I think you're a cool person.
Doesn't matter what happens between me and JD.
That's my best friend. Or either you can try and fix it or...
Baby will be
In the old man's Ford, behind the bushes, till I'm screaming for more.
Oh my goodness!
Down the basement, cellar door. Talk dirty to me. I love you.
What?
You'll be at the drive-in.
That was so good. They had a really nice harmony, actually.
This is an old recommendation letter from a high school teacher of mine. It's actually the reason I got into medicine. And he died last week.
Oh, I'm so sorry, JD. I really am.
Some days I feel like crying.
You wanna go throw stuff off the roof like Letterman used to do?
And some days I wake up.
What was that?
I think everyone has their own way of releasing all the stuff that gets bottled up inside them. I guess it just took a good friend to help me find mine.
Dr. Dorian, we're ready for the finale.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh my god, this is so wasteful.
Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3.
It felt really good.
The horror.
I really like the lawyer. They said his name in this episode, but I've already forgotten it. Tad? Anyways, he was probably my favorite part of this episode. I really enjoy him. So it seems like he's got a bit of a crush on Carla, or everyone does, I think. Except for JD. I'm glad Elliott wasn't in this episode too much, so that was okay. Yeah, just not my favorite episodes. But anyways, I think we're on the back end of this first season now, I think, aren't we? Like, how many episodes are in this first season? $24. Whoa. Okay, so I still got 8 episodes to go for this first season, but it's been very topsy-turvy, I think, this first season. I'm gonna watch the bloopers as well at the end. I just feel like I need to. But yeah, that first episode, guys, that was trash. I'm so sorry to all the Scrubs fans that are watching these videos, but that was just not my cup of tea. Elliott is not my cup of tea. She ruins the show for me, I think, a little bit at least. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Hopefully the next couple of episodes of Scrubs pick back up, and there's more humor in it, and I laugh a little bit more. But that last episode, episode 16, was much better than episode 15. So far, episode 15's been the worst. Anyways, guys, if you've reached this point in the video, thank you so much for watching this reaction. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for future reactions. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!